Hello fellow Christians, welcome to a new video. So today we're going to talk about how to reach your Google My Business insights, and we will give you a detailed explanation of each section. Let's get started. So the first part will be how customers will search for your business. So basically this is divided in three main sections. So you have direct searches, discovery searches and branded searches. So direct searches are people who are searching for your business by your name or location and already know about you. They might have seen an ad or heard from you through a marketing campaign or found out from somebody else that they should be checking your business and should be engaging with your services or product. The next one is discovery searches. So people are searching for generic keywords related to your business, like best barbershops in New York or seafood restaurants. These searches are highly likely coming from your SEO efforts. So these are the searches that contain a lot of monthly searches or volume searches or very niche focus searches and drive high quality traffic towards your website or Google My Business listing. And the next part is the branded searches. So these searches are queries that contain your brand name, for example, Nike shoes or Michelin tires. So this is a little bit different from your direct searches. So how does this look? As you can see here in the graph, here you can define the time period from which you want the search result for. And here again you see a little explanation from Google what are the direct searches, the discovery searches and the branded searches. So what are the difference between all the searches? So the main importance and confusion are between direct searches and branded searches. So the reason for this is because both of them will include your brand name. So what will be a direct search and then what will be a branded search? So a direct search is, for example, somebody is searching for your company or your location straight away. For example, your Nike. You're searching for Nike or searching for a Nike store in a certain area. That will be counted as a direct search. The branded search could be if they are searching for Nike t-shirts or Nike shoes. So they're searching for your brand, but they are also searching for another subject. So that's a big difference between direct searches and branded searches. And of course, as we told, you have the discovery searches. It's when they are searching for a certain category or product or a certain service without your business name or any business name inside of there. So next part is where customers will view your business on Google. So this section of insights shows you how many customers found you via Google search or through Google Maps. So you see the number of views your listing received through each of these services. So one, the view of search, customer found you to the Google search part, or the view of maps label, they will find you on Google Maps, and of course they will also summarize the total of those two. So here we can see that visually. Again, you can change the time period here. Here you can see the total views. And here you can see the listing on search or in Google Maps. When you hover over the items, you can see the results per day as well, easily illustrated. And this is a good indicator to see how well you're doing on both the search engine platform and the map search. So the next part of the behavior signals we're going to talk about are the customer actions. So this section shows how customers behave after they found your listing on Google. The graph shows how many customers have completed one of the following types of actions when viewing your listing. So they've either visited your website, so they clicked on a link, that will be counted as one of the visit your website actions. Request directions, so a customer requests directions to your business. So this will display as direction actions, which we will show you soon. Or they have called you. So a customer calls your business, this will display as the phone call actions in your dashboard. Then of course you have the total actions, which are all of the actions above combined. So here again, as you can see, you can change the time period, you can see what are the number of total actions that are being done. And then here on the right side you can see the visits for websites, request directions, calls, and also a new one messaging you.
Okay guys, let's talk now about direction request. This is a very cool section on Google My Business that shows where customers are when they request direction to your business. It's very cool because it's actually broken down by city or neighborhoods where people are finding your listing, and this is the exact reason why they are launching direction request to your listing. So it's very important to consider all the zip code area where those driving requests are coming from, because it means that you will need to focus on launching and performing an additional audit, an additional GMB audit, and see how your list is performing on such zip code area. And you want to be sure that you are really full optimized, that your website is showing up correctly with, for example, for location pages on Google search and so on. So check monthly basis from which zip code or from which city or neighborhood those driving requests are coming from, and you can implement your points of consideration into optimizing and into achieve a better optimization score for your Google My Business listing and your website, the content for your website. In the next slides, we are going to talk about phone calls. We have been talking about phone calls and the importance of receiving a lot of phone calls already in a previous video. This section displays when and how often customers called your business through your business listing. We discuss about the importance of receiving phone calls because phone calls are part of the behavioral signals that are defining how your GMB listing could be potentially ranked above the competition on the 3-pack. And in the total calls graph, you can view trends of customer phone calls by day, of week, or time of the day, and you can use this information when customer call the most. So Google is putting a lot of resourcing and a lot of effort on developing this phone call section further. It's basically because they want to probably provide us with one-stop solution to track phone calls, booking, and GMB messaging. So I think we should expect more features, and I really believe that this section is going to be further developed by Google, and we will see a lot of cool things happening soon here. In the drop-down menu, in the top right corner, it's possible to adjust the time frame to see data from the last week, the month or quarter as per the other sections. And this information can differ with your customer action due to the difference in days. And the customer actions shows the last 30 days, while phone call tab shows the last 4 weeks. You see, as you can see graphically, this section is identical to the other sections that we have been checking and talking about. So you can decide how do you want to filter the time period for. So you can check day of the week, you can check for a month, you can check for the last quarter, and so on.
So the next part of the Google My Business Insights we're going to talk about are the popular times and visit duration. So the popular times data is displayed in the Insights section of Google My Business for businesses with a lot of foot traffic. So if you have popular times displaying on your knowledge panel, then you will likely see this data in Insights as well. However, visit duration and calculations are done differently than they do for popular times. It's based off how much traffic you've received over the past few weeks, whereas popular time takes into account what has been going on within the last few months. So, as you understand, there's a bit of a time difference there, so the data will also be a little bit different. The popular time data is shown through different metrics to help customers better understand their businesses and visitors. So how does this look? Here on the left top you can see the day. So here you can choose between Monday and Sunday, and on the graph below you can see the most popular times. So here it already says your most popular time around the day is 11 a.m. On a Friday. And then here below on the visit duration you can see the average visits to your location. This data is not always available. On this example it's not. But for example, if you have a restaurant where a lot of people stay for a long time, Google gets more data, and then you can see the average visits to your location last about 1 hour, 2 hours. The time you will spend to have a talk and enjoy your wine and your little dinner. The next part of Google My Business Insights we're going to talk about are the photos. So this section displays the number of photos associated with your listing and how often they are viewed compared to similar businesses in the following graphs. So you have photo views, how many times your photos have been viewed in total, and of course the photo quantity, how many photos you've uploaded to your business listing. So let's take a look at this section. So here in the top you see the photo views. So this is the number of times your photos have been viewed compared to photos from other businesses. So in this case we have been doing very well. So businesses like you, like businesses that have the same kind of search queries like you, same subjects, same categories. In our case they have 172 views on the pictures. But in this particular case we have 2,450. So from this information we can conclude that we are doing very well on the photo optimization part, and we don't have to spend too much attention on optimizing this. But if it's the other way around, then I have to look at my competition, what they are doing with the photos, and probably start copying and improving that. Next part is photo quantity. So the photo quantity exists in two different parts. So we can divide this by customer photos and owner photos. The owner photos means that the pictures are being uploaded by yourself through the listing. And the customer photos is that people that are in your location and they do the geotagging and enter your name and they write a review about your business with a photo. So in our graph below we see the businesses like you, how many owner photos and customer photos they have and how you are comparing, and in this case it's going pretty well, if I can say myself.
Now about search queries. Search term is a section of Google My Business Insights that lets you see the top search terms your customer are searching to find and interact with your business. This is a very powerful section, guys, and I fully recommend you to check it in deeper, like every 30 days, and start to create a spreadsheet with all the popular search terms that are driving visibility to your Google My Business listing. And once you got all the top search terms that are driving engagement to your GMB, you can start also to create a content plan for your GMB post strategy using those keywords, and so that you can expand and create more relevance around your GMB content, and also this will reward your business, your Google My Business listing with higher ranking and with more visibility every time somebody is searching for a query that can be easily associated with your product and services. So if you notice while you are searching for something locally, Google is also associating and pulling out a lot of data directly from your Google posts, from your GMB FAQ, from your product or services, and from what we have been noticed and reading also on some other popular blogs such as Sterling Sky, there are a lot of signals that Google is basically scraping and automatically adding product and service categories directly to your GMB based on your content site. So we need to understand that also the Google My Business posts are part of this data that Google is using and scanning and crawling to better understand what your business is about. And you also want to be sure, of course, that you are fully optimized by leveraging those top search terms that are attached to your Google My Business listing, okay? It also shows you in a graph how many business profile interactions were made for the specific time period. And business profile interactions are divided into the following parts. So calls, messages, and bookings. Let's talk and see a bit more in depth about this. On top of the insights page, you get a message with your insights are moving. So basically Google is moving and building and rebuilding part of the Google My Business dashboard. And this is also a new section that it's very, very interesting. And let's have a look together about this. Okay, guys, we are into the dashboard of one of our clients. And as I say before, you can see on top of your Google My Business dashboard that your insights are moving. And as Google say, your metrics will move to a new look report. So Google My Business is always putting a lot of effort in further developing some of this section. And search queries are visible and more metrics will be added in a few months. So this is for sure a section that you want to keep monitoring, okay? So we can just click to see new profile performance. We can just define a period of time that we want to dig into it. And, you know, on these sites we can clearly see how people discovered you. So in the last 30 days, 7,562 people viewed this business profile, and also Google My Business is providing us about a simple breakdown about the platform and the devices that people use to find our profile, our client's profile. So this is how the pie chart is divided. So we can clearly see how the users has been found our profile, the business profile of our clients from mobile, from Google Search, Google Maps, and what the percentage of this section is. On the right side, we can also read more. We can find more information about the search terms that return your profile in the results. So we can clearly see which are the keywords that were triggering the Google My Business listing appearing for multiple keywords. You can simply click to the See More button and you can have a clear breakdown of what Google searches were driving more visibility to this specific GMB listing, okay? So you can see it's very important here to check the full listing of keywords. Some of those keywords are in Thai language because we do live in Bangkok. We are based in Thailand. I'm pretty sure that you can also find, if you are based in the US or in English-speaking country, you will see a full list of keywords in your own language. And as I say before, it's very important to dig deeper inside the list of keywords that is triggering your GMB listing appearing on Google search, because that you can empower your Google My Business posting strategy. You can post more pictures about certain items such as cannoli. So cannoli, it's a typical dessert that we have in Italy. So it might be useful and cool for this specific business to post and create a new Google My Business post about, for example, cannoli, okay? Just to give you a simple idea. So scrolling down, again, we have all the other sections that we already discussed, such where customer view your business in Google, customer actions, and this listing is, for example, collecting a very good amount of driving requests, phone calls, and people that clicks to visit the website. Another interesting section from the Google My Business dashboard is what your business is known for, and this section is showing how you score on key attributes that help customers deciding where to go. So basically Google is running a kind of sentiment analysis using the keywords from your GMB reviews, and from those keywords and the content published by customer, it's able to understand the key attributes of your listing. If your place is a popular place for dinner, if your place is serving a great dessert, if it's a great place to grab a coffee, if it's a cozy place, it's a popular place for tourists, and so on. Okay, so this is very important because you want to keep watching how Google is seeing your business and what kind of key attributes are coming up or popping up from your customer reviews. Okay. Another interesting section inside the Google My Business dashboard is so-called popular times, and it's basically showing the popular time of your business. So we can see, for example, for this listing that most of the customers are joining the location at 12 p.m. Of course for the lunch, and they probably stay a few hours here. So in fact you can also see the visit duration, and the average visit to your location lasts 2 hours. So basically it's very important also to monitoring popular times information from your top competitors, so you can see and understand how much time it's spent on average by potential clients and by the other clients on your competitor listings location. Okay guys, for today this is everything. Thank you for watching the video, and we hope to see you soon again. Thank you.